What kind of child were you?
What kind
of child were you?
Obedient. Still a little too close to my parents, afraid to get away from them. I want their support. A goodie. I was a goodie child. It's a boring child.
A goodie child's a boring child.
I wanted to please them, and I wanted them to know how much I loved them. I became a little creative rather early, in that sense, making doll clothes and writing. My grandmother, believe it or not, was a newspaper reporter.
Really? This is your maternal or paternal?
My mother's mother.
Yes.
In the paper in Elizabeth City, the one paper was called the Elizabeth City Advance. Wow. Yeah.
So you...
And I lost all those old copies in a fire in New York.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm so upset by that, with her byline.
Oh, my goodness.
It was called the Elizabeth City Negro Social Column.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And it was about that long. Her name Ellen Whitehurst, by Ellen Whitehurst. As a young girl, I was extremely impressed with seeing my grandmother's name in print on something that everybody could read. It didn't something that laid around the house. I didn't know the significance of it, but it made her important in my eyes. Her name, I said, ooh. When the paper was dropped at the house, I don't know if it was the daily or weekly, but when they left the paper, I'd go to the paper. There's Grandma! Yeah, by Ellen Whitehurst. The girl later on, we used to laugh and joke, and she told me they always told her what to write about us colored folks. So she said sometimes I would not write it or write something I thought about myself, and they didn't even notice it. So she said she did, increasingly, she did that kind of stuff. Grandma that was a funny lady.
How
she was so funny.
For you, though, to have a grandmother.
And strong.
Yes.
Nobody, no cracker, no evil person in the world could lynch her. If she made somebody mad, we said, oh, we got to lynch Ellen Whitehurst because she did this and did that. No way. One of the strongest human beings I have ever known in my life up until today. And I think consciously and unconsciously I try to be a little bit of an Ellen.
I think that she has been a big influence on you.
There's no question.
Yes.
Probably more than my parents. Yes. Because she broke so many rules. and nobody could control her. My folks would worry sometimes or try to calm her down or say, Grandma, don't say it that way. Grandma, she either would not answer or just keep on doing what she's doing.
Fantastic.
But that was very clear to me, that she did what she wanted and she wasn't punished.
Yes.
So it took me a long time to get how that could happen, what the connection was. But when I found it, boy, well, I'm out my grandma.
I think you probably already have.
No, I never can reach her level of that kind of stuff. But there is a bit of her in me, a little protest, a little stepping on toes,
and doing what you.
Not really, because I don't think, as so far as I recall, I don't think she hurt really anybody. But she was so big on religion, number one, and big on being right and doing the right thing and not hurting people. For instance, the prejudice thing. She was very emotional and very upset by the fact that black school teachers down there were not paid the same wages as white school. So Grandma got on the bus, went to Raleigh, the capital, went to the governor and said, Blucher, his name was Blucher Ehrenhaus. Blucher, we got to do something about the colored teachers' wages. They don't make the same wages. So this story has been recorded somewhere. I read it once some time ago in a book about the Governor Ehrenhaus. So they told me the guards they couldn't hold her back. She knew exactly where his office was. She stormed down there, made her speech, and when she left there, the teacher, before she got back to Elizabeth City, the teacher's pay was equal.